Hello users, and welcome back to Above It All. This is the video series in where I tell you a bunch of stuff. My hair looks like shit. I'm sorry for that, okay? It's truly my apologies. So this is an incident, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just let this play on loop and then describe the incident to you. But essentially, this is another incident that happened in mid-March in Alabama, and the reason why I'm talking about it now is because this surveillance footage was posted that basically shows cops beat the shit out of this guy for no reason. So the essential story here is this man owns a business. He is also black, which, you know, according to the police should be illegal, but, you know, somehow they let this one slip through. So basically, he owns a fucking business, and someone tried to shoplift. Now, this is Alabama. Keep this in mind. So, as a business owner, he has a gun for self-defense. He utilized that weapon to apprehend and hold the shoplifter while he called the police. Now, that's his first mistake. He should have never called the police. But, you know, what you think, you're a business owner. You know, I'm completely in the right, legally speaking. Everything is fine, so what could possibly go wrong, right? So, what happens is, you know, obviously the police lied about it, and the reason why I'm talking about this now is because the police, you know, this surveillance footage was just shown, and the police, you know, are shown here. The guy's like, come in, he's over there, and then you see the cops just punch the guy in the face, and this resulted in him losing teeth and having to have his jaw wired shut for I don't know how long, and that wasn't mentioned in the article exactly. But, again, it just goes to show, good guy with a gun scenario. If you're black, it's impossible to be a good guy with a gun. It's one of those things where it's like, it's just unbelievable, this fucking world that we live in. You know, again, this is only coming to light. Apparently, the police department responsible for this is just now making a press conference about it, even though, again, this happened 3 months ago. But it's like, okay, the national attention on protests and then the releasing of the surveillance footage is like, okay, now we have to talk about it. And, of course, they're doing this whole backtracking thing. They're pretending like everything was fine. You know, it's just like, it's like looking at this footage, right? It's like the guy is clearly saying, like, the guy's over there. Look, I have a gun. I'm armed, but it's like, he's clearly fucking, like, it reminds me of, like, when you see cops assault journalists, and the journalist is like, I'm press, for, like, 8 seconds, as the cop is marching toward them. And those 8 seconds, you'd think, for any rational person in that uniform, the police uniform, those 8 seconds would be like, oh, okay, they're pressed, let me go do something else, right? But for these people, they are trained to maximize damage to human life, and they see someone that they can abuse and get away with, okay? These cops saw, oh, it's a black guy that owns the business. Awesome! Let's punch him! That's what they saw here, because they don't see protecting and serving. They don't see justice. These are high school bullies that fucking decided, you know what? I hate black people. Let's become a cop! Reminder, in 2006, there's an FBI memo that said white supremacists were invading our law enforcement, infiltrating it. Every rank has white supremacists in it. There's a reason that this kind of stuff happens, and it's happening more and more and more. Like, this was a thing that's always happened, of course, but it's escalating, it's accelerating. And then, of course, with the Trump presidency, it's like, you know, you're in that position, you've been there for 10 years, you know, Trump becomes president, and it's like, all right, let's fucking have fun. You know, that's what these people are doing. They're having fun with it. They're racist pieces of garbage that should be in prison for the rest of their lives, but instead, they're just roaming the streets. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And, you know, this is one of those stories that it's like, of course, right? Like, of course. Like, why wouldn't this happen? Someone who's black owns a business, that's a recipe for disaster. If you're black, you shouldn't be allowed to own property, according to the police, right? Like I showed this video last week where it was like, there was a live fucking mainstream news journalist, right? Like, live on cable television, recording looters try to break into a business. And the business owners were black, and they called the police. And the police came and just immediately arrested the business owners while the looters ran away. Like, the looters were like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot, cops are racist, let's get out of here. Like, that's the thing, it's like, it's unbelievable. And that's why a lot of white fucking rioting cocksuckers are taking advantage of black business owners here. It's not because they're rioting and they want to burn down things in the name of justice for George Floyd. It's because they're a bunch of cocksuckers and they know that they can harass a black-owned business and then call the cops, and then the cops will assault the business owner for them while they run away. That's what they know. That's why this is a thing, okay? It's just ridiculous. Cops have been doing this for decades, of course. It's nothing new. But it's like, again, when you see the surveillance footage, again, the cops lied about what happened. But it's like, oh, now we're living in the era of everyone being able to, have surveillance footage, everyone being able to use a smartphone to record everything. So it's like, oh, we're living in an era where, cops can lie, but they can't lie with impunity anymore. They're still gonna lie, because they're a bunch of dumb motherfuckers with a collective IQ, of a pencil, but, they're going to get caught lying. And I made this video yesterday that was kind of a compilation of police lies over the past week or so. And I mean, it's just, again, it's just looking at this, it's what on, it's clearly the first 3 seconds are they're paying attention, and then it's you know what, I'm just going to punch this guy, and then all shit breaks loose. It's what? What? It's come on, man. Come on, man. Not only should the police be defunded, I think defunding the police is a stupid slogan. They need to be demilitarized. They need to be disbanded. They need to be gotten rid of. They're all garbage. Anybody who's a police officer that has any sort of abuse of force complaint needs to be thrown in prison for an indefinite period of time. Each case should be examined on its own merits. But these people should not be allowed in society, let alone be the arbiters of society. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Fucking ACAB, get rid of them all. They're all garbage. Put them on a ship, fucking sail them to the fucking sea, and go to the North Pole so there's more and more glaciers that could potentially interrupt that sailing destination. Anyway, so thank you for watching this video. Have a good rest of your day. Hopefully this was good. If you have any stories you want me to take a look at, let me know. I try to do what I can. I know there's so much happening. I'm so sorry. If you've sent me something and I haven't gotten into it yet, I'm so sorry. There's just so much happening and I'm only one person. So, but yeah, I'm trying my best here. So again, thank you for watching, and tune in for the next episode. And I hope it's going to be better, but it's probably not. It's probably going to be a lot worse. So,